Hi, Outram here, and today I'm sharing with you my 5 fixes for when your affirmations are no longer working for you. Now, I use wealth affirmations on a daily basis. Well, almost daily. I try to make it a daily basis, but sometimes life does get in the way. But I also encourage my clients to use transformative affirmations as part of their journey to creating financial success. But of course, it doesn't matter, what area you use affirmations for. Maybe it's to do with business success, maybe it's about self-love, maybe you're using them for a new project and maybe you're launching and you're using some affirmations that way. It doesn't matter. Affirmations, these 5 fixes that I'm sharing with you, will still be relevant because affirmations, no matter what area of your life they're for, they're still the same. So ask yourself, have your affirmations become a little bit stale? Maybe then, they're just not working as well as they used to. Or perhaps you've just slacked off a little, because when you miss a day, then sometimes that one day can become several days. And it happens to many of us who like to use affirmations on a consistent basis. So here are the 5 ways that you can check in on your affirmation practice and get back on track, which is what it's all about. So number 1, get an affirmation reset. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe it's as simple as, needing to review and reset your affirmations. Take some time every, say, 90 days, or at least once a year. Don't just keep using the same affirmations year in, year out. And just go through your affirmations and see if they're still right for you and your circumstances. Making them part of your formal business review, or when you're preparing your next 90-day plan, works well. It just becomes part of that process and prevents you from forgetting to actually do this review and reset. So for the review, see if you can match a real world achievement to each of the affirmations that you've been using. And if you can't, it's time for a reset. That's a good indicator for you. So that was number 1. Number 2 is, are your affirmations a good fit for you? One reason your affirmations aren't working could be that, because they're not appropriate, and they're no longer a good fit for you. So, for example, if you hate going to the gym, there's no point in having an affirmation that requires you to go there each and every day. That will just make you, pretty miserable, really. And that's not what we want to be using affirmations for. So, for example, if you did want to get fit, swap out your affirmation to one that you will enjoy. Maybe, choosing your favorite sports, like maybe you like to play tennis and you want to do that every day. And then you can make your affirmation feel right for you, because if it doesn't, it won't work. Yes, you're going to have some little bit of a stretch, but it still needs to feel right. So that's number 2. Number 3 is your affirmations, maybe they're just a bit too ambitious. So ask yourself, if when you've set the affirmations, have you set the bar a little bit too high? If your affirmations are too hard, you're actually setting yourself up for failure and total discouragement. And there's a big difference between a stretch goal, like I've just mentioned, taking you outside your comfort zone, that's great. But there's a difference between that and an impossibility. And affirmations that are too much, these are often a trap that you find people that are new to using affirmations that they fall into, and then just keep using them and then wonder why they aren't working. So, here, enthusiasm, it's okay, but go easy on the perfectionism. So keep your affirmations achievable and you can then build on them later as you progress. So number 4, it could just be that you're not saying your affirmations right. So just look at how you actually say your affirmations. Yes, you can be writing them in your journal, that's great, but what about saying them out loud and with confidence? Or, perhaps you just do say them out loud, but you're mumbling and you feel a little bit embarrassed about saying those affirmations. You need to overcome that awkwardness by changing your tone and posture when you're saying these affirmations. So the right approach for when you're saying them out loud, which is a really good way of saying them, still write in your journal, but be saying them out loud. Stand tall in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye and say your affirmations calmly and confidently. And that's a far better way of saying your affirmations. You're saying them in a way that is believable then. Now, if you are finding those affirmations that start with I am or I will, I don't particularly like the I will ones. I certainly like the I am ones. I think I will leaves a little bit too much open for interpretation. But you can just rephrase those and maybe start off with a will I statement, which is then going to help you leading into taking some action, but soon turn around to I am statements that are in the present tense. But maybe you just need to start off with a little bit of rephrasing until you get used to them. And then the 5th thing is you're probably not making enough time, having that time investment for your affirmations. So just think about how much time do you spend on your affirmation practice, and be honest with yourself. Out of your 16 hours a day of waking time, or however long you're awake, what proportion do you spend on building yourself up, of which affirmations are a part of that? Maybe you're spending 10 minutes perhaps. But if you are, think about what's your self-talk like for the rest of the day. Perhaps you're positive, or maybe you are actually undermining yourself with self-doubt and that negative self-talk. If that is you, see your affirmation and practice as an investment to changing up that self-talk to being positive, and allot yourself the appropriate amount of time to do so. Saying things once or twice and then just forgetting about them for the rest of the day is not how you're going to get affirmations to work for you. So to recap, number 1, get an affirmation reset. Number 2, ascertain if your affirmations are a good fit for you. Number 3, make sure your affirmations are not too ambitious. Make them a stretch, yes, but not too ambitious that they're not feeling achievable at all. 4, amend the way you say them. So look yourself in the eye and say them with confidence. And then number 5 is make a time investment in your affirmation practice, and just make sure you're setting yourself some time aside each day to be able to say those affirmations. Now, if you'd like some hints when it comes to wealth affirmations, then my wealth cards certainly have got 60 ideas in there, and you can find out how you can purchase them by using it's a bit.ly link, so bit.ly/wealth cards with a capital W and C in wealth cards, or you can use the link below this broadcast to grab my free report, which is called Difference Makers, and it's all about creating affirmations that make a difference in your life. So these aren't just money affirmations. I'm talking about all different kinds of affirmations here. So that's it from me today. Until next time.